Hello and welcome to this week's Glasstire Top Five. It is the week of November 7th, I believe. Is that right?
Yes.
Tomorrow
That's
is
correct.
the 7th, 2019. I'm Christina Rees.
I'm William Sarradet.
And we are counting down the top 5 art events in Texas this week. William, where are we?
We are in West Dallas, some call it Trinity Groves, at Ex Ovo on Fabrication Street.
So we are going to get to this show in just a minute. So number 5 on our list this week, and the reason it's number 5, this isn't even really a ranking for this because we put it in our fall preview a few months ago. It's Michael Ray Charles at Umlauf. So this is a reiteration. This is me encouraging you again to go see this show. It's at Umlauf Sculpture Garden in Austin. I finally saw the show last weekend. It's a great show. Michael Ray Charles, just to remind you, he's a prominent artist, national artist. He lives and works in Houston, Texas. He did a really nice site-specific work in this show, but also on show is a full series of that he did at Flatbed Press in 2018. He takes imagery from advertising and memorabilia and kind of turns it on its head. It's interesting stuff, it's bracing stuff, it's pretty strong, and it's actually really beautiful. He also brought in some of the objects that he uses for his research, but anyway, go see it while it's up. It is up actually through January 3rd. You still have a little bit of time to see it. This is a nice direction for Umlauf to be curating these contemporary art shows in their indoor space, but also it's just a great time of year to be in Austin and to be outdoors in the Sculpture Garden because it is absolutely beautiful.
And number 4 on our list this week is Stephen Charles at Chris Worley in Dallas. This is a solo exhibition of new and older work by the artist.
He just moved back to Texas a couple of years ago. He was based in New York for a very long time, although he did get his undergraduate degree at UNT. But he's a painter, and he uses a lot of kind of collage elements. These are maximalist paintings. I think they're a bit psychedelic. There's a little bit of an op art thing going on, but they're really satisfying. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to see in them. I think this is his second solo show with Chris Worley since moving back to Texas, but it's great. I just saw it like 10 minutes ago. I enjoyed it and I like his work.
Number 3 on our list is The Day of the Dead in Art, curated by Dr. Ruben Cordova, opening at Centro de Artes in San Antonio. He just did a really respectable series for us themed around the Day of the Dead. He did a piece investigating the Spanish versus the indigenous origins of the holiday, as well as a really in-depth guide to landmarks and locations related to the Day of the Dead in Mexico City, and another piece on the origins of the iconic symbol of modern Mexico, the Catrina.
Right. So he did this great series for us last week. We ran all 3 pieces last week for Day of the Dead, and he has also curated a show in San Antonio. It actually opened on October 24th and runs almost all the way through November. It's 100 art objects made by more than 50 artists, and all the artists are Mexican or Chicano. So he has really done this deep dive into the imagery and iconography and rituals of Day of the Dead, and he's done a lot of scholarship on it. You can find that on our site and then also in this show.
Number 2 on our list is Next Exit, the group show currently on view at Ex Ovo through December 7th. I think we almost need a new genre to describe the type of show that Dallas artists critiquing the past, present, and future of Dallas. And that's just what this show does. The artists in the show are Trey Burns, Haris Chowdhury, Finn Jubak, and Jonathan Molina Garcia.
What is this conversation that they're having in their artwork?
It's the best type of critical conversation, which is one that really gets you to think without putting you into the pits of despair. You're not going to walk away from this show crying or holding your head in your hand. You're really going to be curious but thoughtful about this very international, multicultural, multimodal city. And Dallas deserves that conversation.
Yeah, and this is kind of something that Ex Ovo is really starting to distinguish itself as, is a space where conversations are taking place. I would say it's almost a philosophically heady gallery. So even though it's a commercial space, it doesn't really follow commercial models. It's really much more about starting conversations and continuing conversations. It's an interesting tack for a gallery to take, especially in a place like Dallas. And we're excited to see it. And number 1 on our list this week is in Houston at Inman Gallery. It is Jamal Cyrus, Houston-based artist. He received a BMW travel grant, and in the last couple of years, he did a lot of traveling. And essentially, this is a show based on what he researched and found in his travels and what he extrapolated from those travels. The show is called Currents and Currencies, and he's really looking at the international reach and global influence of Black cultural forms coming out of Africa. The show opens this weekend. I haven't seen it yet. We do know also that Jamal Cyrus will be in conversation on Saturday, I believe at noon. So it opens on Friday, and then he is in the gallery on Saturday, and that is our number one pick this week. I believe that this is his first solo show at Inman since 2016, so we're very excited to see what he has done. And that is it for this week. By the way, the entire Glasstire staff is in town to celebrate the Glasstire Art Writing Prize winner on Thursday night, on Thursday night in Dallas, and we are proud of him. Check out his winning essay on the site and go see some art.
Go see some art.